You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Senator Marco Rubio will talk today about legislation on paid family leave. We'll have a story for you.
And happening today, Sarasota County will begin cleaning up Siesta Beach in the wake of a very smelly red tide. And big news for travelers, TSA could stop screenings at least 150 airports across the country. Will those on the Suncoast be among them? We'll have that story. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
I could leave my belt and my shoes on, you mean? Well, that'd be a nice treat.
Yes. Who's wearing a belt to the airport?
Well, a lot of guys have to.
Stretchy pants, right? Stretchy pants.
Oh, good idea.
Okay.
Elastic. Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Over to John Scalzi for the weather.
We're looking at a few scattered showers across the region this morning, mostly down to our south around the Fort Myers region, but they're lifting north, so areas around Gasparilla over the course of the next half hour or so. You get a little wet there, heading up toward Rotunda into Inglewood over the course of the next hour. This one cell will probably start to fall apart as it lifts a little further north, but there's plenty more down here through the morning hours. Rain chances are at about 30 to 40%. We've had some lightning pops over the course of the nighttime, but now things have quieted down quite a bit with only a few pops to the south of us. Some of that could lift north, so we're not out of the woods in terms of thunderstorm activity this morning. Put that chance at about 30% through 9 a.m. Then as we head into noon and 3 p.m., the rain chance will go up after a brief lull to about 40% by 12 noon and 50% by 3 p.m. as the focus for those showers kind of drifts a little bit further inland. But along the coastline, even through the 3 p.m. hour, you have a chance at a thunderstorm there as well. But most of the heaviest of the rains, I think, today will fall east of the interstate. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, John. Here's a live look right now at the Siesta Public Beach sign. Why are we out there right now? Well, there's some nasty residue from red tide, and we're going to talk about how the county is going to try to clean that up today. A lot of problems. We've got plenty of viewers calling us from Siesta Key all the way south to Venice. We'll have results also of a new report that shows it's a lot worse in Sarasota than it is in Manatee County right now. Going to the roads, here are the maps. First off, in Manatee County, some congestion there as you hit the bend away from downtown Bradenton and head toward Cortez. Otherwise pretty clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south now on the maps, here's the scene in Sarasota County. Some buildup there going to Siesta Key Beach across the Stickney Point Bridge. Not sure what the big rush is. There is red tide out there, but that's the scene there. And then our final map to the south will show no issues at 6:02 this morning. Well, the Florida Fish and Wildlife released their midweek red tide report. It shows Manatee County is in the clear, but that's not the case for Sarasota County, and dead marine life is washing ashore here and the rest of southwest Florida. FWC reports the red tide has killed, get this, nearly 300 sea turtles since the algae bloom began late last year between Sarasota and Naples.
Our mortality numbers this year are up. It's on pace to be a really high year, and that's due in part to having red tide and a very cold winter.
And there's also been about 490 manatee deaths this year as well, about 80 of them likely caused by red tide.
On Siesta Key Beach, the red tide is keeping people far away. Thousands of dead fish are being spotted, including strange eel-like creatures. Gulf waters have a murky look these days, which is unusual for beaches here on the Suncoast. On top of all of that, the strong smell is unbearable for many.
We've never seen anything like this. Like, I've been in Sarasota, I'm 22, and I'm born and raised here, and there's been red tide and you see dead fish, whatever, but nothing where it's like many beaches and it's literally all along both sides. Like, it's insane.
Sarasota County workers will be cleaning up the fish today. We have a crew on site this morning. Marla Spence is going to be joining us live from Siesta Beach in just a bit. Now, for the latest on red tide issues as well as breaking news, plus your up-to-the-minute first alert forecast, all you have to do is download our free ABC7 app.
A new court ruling that would allow early voting on Florida college campuses is moving forward. The Secretary of State, Ken Detzinger, told a federal judge that Florida will comply with an order that previously struck down those locations. However, election supervisors in bigger counties like Hillsborough, for example, say it's too late to secure early voting sites before the primaries later on this month. They're also concerned whether they can nail down on-campus sites before the November election as well.
Today, Senator Marco Rubio will introduce a new paid family leave plan that will let working families help pay for that leave for the adoption or birth of a child using future Social Security benefits. Now, if you do take that option, you have to take at least 2 months of parental leave. Rubio, along with Representative Ann Wagner, will be holding a press conference later on today to explain their proposal.
TSA is considering major security changes at more than 150 airports nationwide. They're revisiting a plan to eliminate screening at certain small and medium-sized airports. As reporter Andrew Spencer tells us, it could mark a major change for the industry.
The TSA currently screens passengers at nearly 440 airports nationwide. Under this proposal, that number could drop drastically. According to internal documents obtained by CNN, the TSA is considering ending security screenings at more than 150 small and medium-sized airports that operate commercial flights with no more than 60 passengers. TSA says they're simply resurrecting an idea they've explored before, as far back as 2011. A spokesman for TSA said in an email that the regulations that establish TSA do not require screening below a certain level, so they could potentially consider proposals like this in any given year. But such a change would be a big shift for the Transportation Security Administration, which was established in response to the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001.
I think it's stunning that this is even being seriously considered.
Terrorism analyst Paul Cruikshank says a 50-person aircraft would still be a very attractive target for terrorists.
ISIS, their message is attack in any way you can, big or small, against anybody that you can go after.
Under the proposal, passengers and luggage arriving from smaller airports would still be screened before getting on connecting flights at major airports. And by eliminating screening at smaller airports, TSA's recent cost analysis estimates the agency could save $115 million a year and funnel that money to bolster security at larger, busier airports. I'm Andrew Spencer, reporting.
Ohio State head football coach Urban Meyer is now on paid leave. The school is investigating claims that several people close to the coach knew of a 2015 allegation of domestic violence against one of his assistant coaches. Offensive coordinator Ryan Day will be the team's acting head coach during the investigation, with the first practice set for tomorrow.
One of the best kiteboarders in the world just might live right here on the Suncoast. Cameron Mara Manid from Anna Maria Island placed third at the World Kiteboarding Championships in Italy this week, just after scoring a spot on the Youth Olympic kiteboarding team last month. Big congrats from everybody here at ABC 7. Well done.
Yeah, still ahead, an actor and motivational speaker has been hired by the Sarasota County School District.
He's going to tell us about his role in the county school's Summer Learning Institute and how to keep everyone motivated as we head into the new school year. We'll hear from him when we come back, but first,
here's a peek outside our studios right now. A few raindrops on our windshields earlier this morning, John Scalzi.
Yes, indeed, and there will probably be more before the morning is over. I've clicked the rain box on the inclement weather categories for the drive time forecast. There'll be an isolated shower this morning near the coastline, but better chances of rainfall in the afternoon, inland particularly. As far as the fire danger index goes, Manatee County now included today in the moderate risk for fire danger. So is Sarasota County. Other area counties are looking at low chances of any kind of wildfire spread. 36, the air quality index. That's excellent. Air quality is good across the Suncoast, except for the red tide, of course. We'll talk about more in detail about the red tide coming up in just a few.
The ABC 7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC 7 First Alert weather app today.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels right. It feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-871-1644. 800-871-1644.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station. Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 77-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 76. So it's kind of steamy, kind of thick out there right now. And we've had a few showers around this morning. Watch those roadways. Some of them could be slick, especially along Anna Maria Island, down through areas of Longboat Key, into areas of Cortez and Sarasota counties. A 30% chance of rainfall through 9 a.m. this morning. Then we might get a little bit of a lull before we pick it up again around noontime at 40%, increasing to about 50% in the afternoon as the focus for those showers kind of moves a little bit further inland. But we'll still have a chance at a shower or two along the coastline really throughout the day today. We have a southerly wind flow will continue, turning a little more southeasterly this afternoon. We're having showers down to the south of us, lifting north, and that's where we're getting our rain. If you see the skies darkening to the south this morning after dawn breaks, you'll know that those showers may threaten you. First Alert weather app would be a good thing to have on your phone today as you trace those showers lifting north from areas of South Florida where the moisture is a little bit thicker and deeper. As these showers lift north, they produce quick little bursts of light rainfall and occasionally a lightning pop or two, though lightning has been not such a big problem during the last couple of hours. We have these showers now threatening areas around Gasparilla, lifting north through Inglewood into areas of Venice over the course of the next hour or so. Right now, the severe thunderstorm outlook is non-existent for the Suncoast. Everything that we get today should be a standard thunderstorm variety, the kind of stuff that we would normally see during the summertime. Watch the futurecast, put it into motion. Showers from the south lift north. They kind of dissipate as they do so, but still the chance of rainfall along the coastline is okay. As we head into the afternoon, showers will become more numerous in inland areas. Rain chances not as great as they will be tomorrow, but still they're a little bit better than they were yesterday. Some of the rainfall in inland areas could be heavy as we head into the evening. The rain shower chances go down again. And then tomorrow morning, again, chances of showers near the coastline. Rainfall futurecast shows total accumulations highest down to the south. If you're going to take Alligator Alley this afternoon, you're probably going to get wet. There'll probably be some pretty good thunderstorms down there. For us, maybe some accumulations of 2-inch plus in inland areas under isolated thunderstorms. Big ridge of high pressure out in the Atlantic, a trough of low pressure back to the west and kind of stringing up through areas of the Ohio Valley bring us this southerly wind flow again today. But as that high kind of reorients itself just a little further to the north, we pick up an easterly wind flow. That means a little better shower chance tomorrow. Today, a few clouds to start, followed by additional storms this afternoon, mostly focusing in inland areas, but the coast can't be ruled out. And then slightly drier this weekend because some of this drier air indicated by blues here replace the redder is wetter colors of the hotter reds. Watch as we head into Friday and then into Saturday, that drier air kind of anchoring over North Florida, some of it sinking far enough south to reduce our rain chances slightly. Red tide status, not a good thing. The latest Mote Marine status shows Siesta Key, Nokomis, and Gasparilla all coming in with intense amounts of red tide irritant in the air. The further north you go, the better, although hopefully that won't change, but some of the drift forecasts indicate that red tide patch is lifting further to the north. South winds coming in at about 10 knots, turning a little more southeasterly tonight. Light chop out there on bay and inland waters, and over the next several days. Rain chances go up tomorrow. And then that drier air I was talking about moves in. That reduces the rain chance for a couple of days. In fact, even into next work week, rain chances are down on Monday, perhaps even on Tuesday, but rain chances will eventually go back up again midweek next week. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Let's take a look outside and check out your first alert traffic. Roads are still running pretty okay for the most part. There's a couple slowdowns right there on 301, but nothing too big in Manatee County. Heading a little bit farther south in Sarasota, the top half, those roads are still looking pretty decent. A couple hot spots when you're coming off of 75 and turning onto Fruitville and Bee Ridge. But again, nothing too much that's going to affect your commute too much this morning. 75, 41, both of those are running pretty smooth as far as south. Around South Venice, you can see right there on the left-hand corner of your screen that there are some slowdowns by 41. But again, traffic is running pretty decent this morning. 6:15, that is your first alert traffic. Well, he is an actor and a motivational speaker and performer.
Yeah, Trey Chaney is best known for his roles on HBO's The Wire. He's also a musician, author, advocate for education. And Sarasota County brought him here today to talk to teachers. And I gotta start wearing a hat. I need a hat.
Also, Ray has a giant man crush on your voice.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's great.
I need you to talk a little higher. I feel self-conscious.
I know, right? Yeah.
So is this part of your deal? You talk to teachers often?
Yeah, I'm just glad to be here, you know, in Sarasota. It's my first time in Sarasota, Florida, but it's a beautiful place, and I'm here supporting the Sarasota County School District, you know, the leadership program, and really speaking to administrators, principals, teachers, counselors of how we're going to motivate these kids this year, you know, this new school year. We're talking about, you know, close to 43,000 kids in the county.
Yeah.
And, you know, with my motivational, like, songs that I put out, like Radical Readers, inspiring young people to read 30 minutes a day, my Dedicated Father movement, encouraging, you know, the fathers and encouraging parents in general to really, you know, just continue to step up and be involved in the kids' education. That's what I'm doing today at Venice High School.
So you have like two different motivational things. You've got teachers and then you've got kids motivated. So what are you going to be talking about with like the teachers and the administrators today? How do you get them motivated?
Well, the way we get them motivated is basically just sharing from my experience of being just an adult in general, and then really letting them know to be heavily involved, you know, because that's one thing, you know, we got to kind of like wear that hat as like a superhero if we're teachers, if we're administrators to these young people that really need us. And just really just showing up and stepping up to the plate to really be, like I said, involved in everything that these kids are doing as far as education is concerned.
Now, there's a proverbial 10-ton elephant in the room. There's been some tragedies on school campuses. Do you touch at all on school security and the changing mood in the campuses these days?
Well, yeah, and that's one thing that I'm going to be talking to the Sarasota County Public Schools about today, is basically just remaining safe and making sure that, you know, themselves and along with the kids are safe as well. Anything that we need to do as far as, you know, encouraging more police to be around, you know, or security and different things of that nature, so our kids won't be harmed or definitely like messed around with, you know.
All right, not bad. So you've got two different things. You've got the motivating the teachers and the administrators. You've got all your motivational speaking things. You've got videos. What is next for you? Like, because I mean, you've got like a whole docket here.
Yeah, well, you know, what's next for me is...
What haven't you done? Astronaut, race car driver.
Morning news.
Morning news.
Well, that might be next.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
What's next for me is really just to continue the positive vibes.
Good.
You know, to continue going on. I'm on the #1 show right now on Bounce TV, Saints and Sinners. I play the character Kendrick, and of course, you know, just my background from The Wire was a huge stepping stone. So just to use my platform as an actor and to do things like this for, you know, the county of Sarasota, I'm just honored to be able to continue to share those type of vibes.
All right, well, we're honored to have you in town, and thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, Trey Cheney, good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
The arrest of 3 men accused of swiping millions of credit card numbers from businesses across the country. We're going to have that story. Plus, Marla?
I'm live at Siesta Key Beach, where red tide is causing a big issue here. Thousands of dead fish line the entire stretch of the beach. We're telling you what Sarasota County is doing to help out with this issue.
It's 6:20 right now. Peek outside shows a little sunrise starting there. Should see a high of 90 today. John says a 50% chance of rain. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks. In ICU, he went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Thank you.
You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
It's hard to see when you're outside at night. It's time for the Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere, and the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly. Then the 180-degree motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off when you disappear. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light, and here's the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Get the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can double your order and get a second Sunblast, plus our best-selling Atomic Beam Flashlight. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam Flashlight. Call now.
Call 1-800-431-6640. That's 1-800-431-6640. Or visit mysunblast.com. So call 1-800-431-6640. Order now.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Well, here on the Suncoast, it is going to be a beautiful day today, but first let's take a look outside all the way up to New York City in the Empire State Building.
Yeah, pretty shot there,
Love that
Manhattan.
shot.
Empire State Building was built in...
A long time ago.
That's right.
Okay.
1931. Here's a shot outside our studio. A little contrast here. Look how dark it is here compared to New York City.
Yeah, but we do have such better sunrises, though, I think.
Well, Professor Scalzi will talk about the curvature of the Earth, I bet.
Yes, Professor Scalzi.
All right, 6:23 on your Thursday morning.
Well, moving on, here on the Suncoast, we've got alligator season, but a little farther to the north in St. Augustine, they have bat season. Hundreds of bats swarm the country's oldest city this week, and people who live there have to get used to it, at least for the next 2 weeks. On the somewhat bright side, there actually are some benefits to having all those bats around. A local trapper said that one bat alone can eat up to 100 mosquitoes in just an hour.
Right now, actually, if you do have bats, legally we cannot remove them without a permit from Florida Fish and Wildlife.
Bat season lasts through August the 15th, so hang in there, St. Augustine.
Drive me batty.
Well, police have said that they have busted a major international cybercrime ring. Officials arrested 3 Ukrainian men who are accused of taking millions of credit card numbers from businesses all over the country.
ABC's Whit Johnson has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, 3 alleged high-ranking members of an international cyber crime ring behind bars, accused of stealing information from more than 15 million credit cards.
The investigation continues. We are under no illusion that we have taken this group down altogether, but we've made a significant impact.
The men who operated out of Eastern Europe were part of the prolific hacking group known as Fin7. Using phishing emails laced with malware and following up with phone calls to legitimize those emails. The group targeting more than 100 U.S. companies, prosecutors say, focusing on hotels and popular restaurant chains, including Chipotle, Chili's, Arby's, and And we'll tell you how to check if your card is compromised, coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Whit Johnson, ABC News, New York.
VisionWorks can do more than just make you see great. The right pair of glasses can make you look amazing, too.
And our buy one, get one free sale is a great time to get a backup pair for when you leave them at school, by the pool, or over at Steve's. VisionWorks, we're here to help you.
Salads should look like this. Crisp leaves of lettuce, freshly made dressing. Clean food that looks this good. Delivered to your desk. Now delivering to home or office. Panera, food as it should be.
When your blanket's freshness fades before the binge watching begins, that's when you know it's half washed. Next time, add Downy fabric conditioner for freshness that lasts through next week's finale. Downy, and it's done.
With the Laughing Cow's new cheese cups, you can snack wherever, do your thing. However, why ever? Introducing Cheese Cups by the Laughing Cow. Snack like you.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
New video this morning from inside that Aeromexico flight that crashed shortly after takeoff with all the passengers and crew surviving.
It is Child Safety Awareness Month. FHP offering some tips to ensure kids are safe in the car.
And happening today, Sarasota County will begin cleaning up Siesta Beach in the wake of some very smelly red tide there. We have those stories plus your Thursday forecast. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning to you, and thanks for waking up with us this morning. It is 6:30. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. August the 2nd. Went to bed last night, heard some thunder starting, and sure enough, it rained overnight.
It did. Woke up to some thunder this morning.
Yeah, and John is tracking some showers right now, moving up from southwest Florida.
Yeah, it did indeed rain last night. Cooper, our youngest weather watcher in central Sarasota, picked up ½ an inch of rainfall. And Becky in Omayaka picked up even more, 1.25 inches of rain during the overnight. Al says it's 76 degrees in Northport, and that's pretty accurate, I think, for most folks around the area. One cell lifting north promises Gasparilla in the next half hour, a little bit of light rainfall perhaps, as it lifts northward. Areas around Rotunda, eventually Inglewood, Venice. We'll probably see a little bit of light rain, maybe some drizzle before this whole thing kind of fizzles out. But there's more down below, and so this morning we have a better rain chance than we had yesterday morning. And with the kind of angle of our coastline kind of jutting out into Gulf waters, they have a good potential for seeing some of those showers move on shore. Our rain chance today at about 40% this morning, increasing to about 50% as we head into the afternoon. There have been a few pops of lightning as well, and there's one a cluster of storms down to the south that does have lightning associated with it, so that's the ones we're going to be watching over the course of the next couple of hours. 30% chance of showers through 9 a.m., 40% by noon, and then 50% as we head into the afternoon. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic right now. Some issues way up there north of the river around Parrish as you travel away from the Ellington area. 301, some congestion southbound. Also 301 northbound as you approach State Road 70. Checking farther south now, the maps in northern Sarasota County show some congestion at Fruitville and 301, particularly northbound. Also University, eastbound away from the interstate over Honore. And then our final map to the south will show just some small delays, nothing major, at 6:32.
Right now, red tide levels continue to be very high at some area beaches, and it is causing some big problems in the area.
Sarasota County plans to clean up some beaches today, and some beachgoers say not soon enough. Marla Spence has a preview live now from Siesta Beach. Marla?
Hey guys, today Sarasota County is getting ready to clean up those thousands of dead fish that line the entire stretch of Siesta Beach. Now, as of yesterday, crews were waiting to determine whether bringing in machinery would help with today's cleanup efforts. Now, whether they bring in those machines or not is something that we will be waiting to learn later on this morning. Now, the reason for all of the dead fish, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, is red tide. Now, as we all know, it produces toxins that may kill marine animals, which can be seen on Siesta Beach. It can also impact the respiratory system of beachgoers, causing them to sneeze or to even cough. Now, as of yesterday, water out here on Siesta Beach was murky, and the stench, as you can imagine, was considered to be unbearable for some. Now, one woman who lives here tells us she's been a Sarasota resident her whole life, and she says she's experienced red tide before, but nothing like what's happened out here on Siesta Beach. We also were able to catch up with a frequent Sarasota vacationer who's all the way from Chicago. He was on the nearly deserted beach yesterday, hoping to enjoy what's considered one of the state's top beaches, but could not do so due to red tide.
Sometimes as vacationers we think of just the inconvenience, but I'm looking again at the marine life aspect of it and just seeing all the fish and all the different types, and it's sad.
Now, right now, dead fish of all sizes and shapes line the entire stretch of Siesta Beach. Cleanup efforts will be underway later on today, and we will keep you updated with the latest once crews head out here to clean up all of those dead fish in an effort to getting more people out here to enjoy Siesta Beach. I'm Marla Spence reporting live at Siesta Key for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla, for the latest on the cleanup and also breaking news and the forecast. Check out our app. It's in the App Store under WWSB or under My Suncoast.
The miracle in Mexico. We've got new video this morning of that Aeromexico flight that crashed just after taking off from an airport in northern Mexico. Now you're looking at video by one passenger, Ashley Garcia, from inside the plane at first as it crashes down. And then inside the plane on the ground here, we'll see this. 103 passengers all escaped down the emergency slides just before the aircraft went up in flames. All the passengers and the crew survived, but there were some injuries. Durango officials say it appears that a strong wind gust is what brought that flight down.
A Bradenton man's behind bars this morning accused of trying to sell about $5,000 worth of drugs. Police arrested this man, Jermaine Griffin, during a traffic stop. They say they found about $1,000 in marijuana and $4,000 in meth. He is now facing several charges, including armed trafficking of meth.
Meanwhile, in Northport, this man tried to use a fake $100 bill at the Publix on Toledo Blade. Northport police say after he tried to pay with the fake money, he then took off in a white four-door Volkswagen sedan. Detectives say he's described as a Hispanic male, about 5'2" and 250 pounds. If you recognize him, contact the Northport Police Department.
August is Child Safety Awareness Month, and state police are reminding drivers to focus on kids in the car, from properly buckling a child in the vehicle to making sure they arrive safely at their destination. To help keep you safe, FHP is offering free seat installations and safety checks at major troop stations throughout Florida. Parents can call and schedule an appointment at any local FHP office. They're also reminding drivers to never leave a child unattended in a car, especially during the hot summer months in Florida.
Registration is now open for GED classes in Sarasota. Those classes offered by the Sarasota County Literacy Council will be held on Tuesdays from 5 to 7 for language arts and then Thursdays for math at the Glasser-Schoenbaum Human Services Center. Now you do have to pre-register for those classes. You can find more online at mysuncoast.com. In this hour's Health Smart, women and lung cancer, why those rates could be going up.
ABC's Stephanie Ramos has a warning for women.
There's some good news in the fight against cancer. Overall cancer death rates are going down. A new study, though, from the American Association for Cancer Research highlights a trend that is on the rise. Global death rates among women with lung cancer. Though deaths from lung and breast cancer are not projected to rise in the U.S., the study predicts higher death rates in other high-income countries by 2030. Death from lung cancer will rise much more quickly than breast cancer death rates by 2030. That's because breast cancer screening and better treatments are increasing rates of diagnosis and survival, but lung cancer does not seem to have those advantages. Women outside the U.S. are still picking up smoking at a higher rate. Detection isn't catching the cancer because CT lung screenings is not a standard for smokers or former smokers, so they aren't used nearly as often as mammograms. Experts say avoiding smoking in the first place and quitting the habit around the world are surefire ways of lower lung cancer risk. But educating young girls to not smoke is the real way to see fewer women die of this largely preventable disease. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Well, when it comes to saving for retirement, the usual advice to follow is to save more, work more, and invest more. So what are some ways to make all three of those happen now? Well, first, experts advise pay off your mortgage as much as you can every month. Second, include Social Security in your plan, even if you have concerns about whether or not it will actually be there later. Also, make it part of your planning. Third, forget about that magic number, that dollar amount that you might want to retire at. Instead, just focus on consistently putting about 20% of your gross income into retirement.
The older I get, the more I think about Will Social Security be there when it's time?
I think about, is my dream of winning the lottery going to be my retirement plan?
Try harder with that, huh?
I'm going to work on that plan.
Good idea. 6:39 right now. Back to the news. Florida's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday begins tomorrow and runs through Sunday. That means no sales tax on clothes and shoes up to $60 an item, and certain school supplies up to $15. You can find a complete list of the supplies included in this year's tax holiday online at our website, mysuncoast.com. Looking ahead to the weekend, a local YMCA is hosting a back-to-school bash Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon at the Y on Bay Vista at Euclid Avenue. Activities include a bounce house, face painting, as well as a school supply giveaway. It's free and open to the public.
Still to come on Good Morning Suncoast.
The remains of U.S. Korean War veterans are now back on American soil finally. Up next, a look at the solemn ceremony in Hawaii.
But first, let's take a look outside and check out the cameras outside our ABC7 studios. Gorgeous sunrise in the making, but some rain on the way. Right, John Scalzi?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not going to be a big deal, but there will be some scattered showers around. So I have checked the rain box on the inclement weather categories for your drive time forecast. We'll look for an isolated shower near the coast during the morning hours, but that'll be followed by better chances of inland showers in the afternoon. All airport hubs serving Sarasota International Airport running on time, according to the FAA. We'll be right back with the forecast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The day you lose your strength is the day you lose your independence. Muscle is lost with age, affecting your energy, balance, and mobility. Before you know it, you're depending on others just to get through the day. But you can reverse and prevent muscle loss. Introducing MyoHealth, a revolutionary proven approach to increased muscle strength and function in as little as 30 days. Live life on your terms with more energy and confidence.
After a serious health issue put me down, MyoHealth's getting me back up again.
I'm doing activities that I haven't done for a long time. It really works.
MyoHealth is a safe, natural dietary supplement, the result of decades of research and 24 human clinical studies. You can live stronger at any age with greater strength, mobility, balance, and energy. Call or go online now and take the MyoHealth 30-Day Strength Challenge.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC7. Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we are looking today at a 77-degree air temperature with a dew point value of 76. What does that mean? It means it feels kind of sticky out there. We have a 78-degree heat index, and we have a little bit of cloud cover and some showers in progress as well. We have a temperature of 81 by about 9 a.m., I think, and we'll have a chance of rainfall that increases a little bit to about 30% by 9 a.m. Thereafter, say between 10, 11, we'll probably see a little bit of a lull in the rain chance before it picks up again around 12 noon with a little daytime heating. And that will carry on into the afternoon when we'll have a 50% chance of rainfall. The focus of those rain showers moving into inland areas in the afternoon. So lots of activity on radar, even at this hour of the morning. There's been thunderstorms as well, another indication of the instability of our atmosphere. We have to our south a little bit deeper moisture in the southern tip of the state, and that's helping to produce a few of these showers you see down to the south, kind of skirting our coastline. They're generally lifting pretty much due north, and now areas around Gasparilla starting to get a little bit of light drizzle, perhaps rain showers probably in progress. Now, the tendency has been for these showers to kind of fall apart. So as it lifts north, maybe a little bit of light drizzle or a passing shower for Rotunda and maybe Inglewood. By the time it gets to Venice or Sarasota, I think this particular cell will be gone. However, there's more out there, and we do certainly have a chance during the morning hours of seeing some rain showers close to the coast. Not much of a risk of any kind of severe weather today. Any kind of showers that we get are going to be the standard. Any kind of thunderstorms we get would be of the standard thunderstorm variety, non-severe in nature. So the futurecast shows this one cluster of showers kind of lifting north by about 9 o'clock this morning, then fizzling out as it does so. Chance of rain along the coastline through the afternoon, and then as we head into the 5 p.m. hour, maybe a thunderstorm or two, especially in inland areas. It's going to be another one of those days where persistent showers will remain out in Gulf waters, so boaters pay attention to that. And some of the storms that build during the evening hours could be strong, producing some fairly heavy rainfall accumulations, perhaps as much as 2-inch rainfalls in inland areas. By far, the majority of the rain is going to fall down to the south. Traveling today on Alligator Alley will be a wet experience, I think, as you head into the afternoon hours. High pressure out in the Atlantic. Trough low pressure down through the deep south. A general flow of air up out of the south switches a little bit more to the east tomorrow as that high retreats to the north. That means the showers that build in inland areas tend to be pushed closer to our coastline tomorrow. So we'll up the rain chance just a little bit. A few more clouds around to start the day today. Afternoon storms focusing on inland areas. And then a slightly drier condition this weekend as the humid air indicated here by red. Redder is wetter in this forecast. And drier air, back to the rest in the cooler colors. The drier air kind of filters in as we head into the weekend. That reduces our rain chances somewhat. There's still plentiful amounts of moisture in the southern tip of the state to support showers, and we're not going to eliminate the rain completely, but we probably will tend it down a little bit. Heading to the beach today? Well, not good news according to Mote Marine's latest spotter reports. From Lido Key southward, red tide toxins are creating respiratory irritation. And that is particularly true in Siesta Key, Nokomis, and Gasparilla. So we'll watch the wind shift west. The general drift forecast by University of South Florida is for this to lift northward a little bit and kind of skirt the Keys before perhaps moving a little bit further out to sea as our winds turn east over the weekend. We'll see how that plays out. A little bit of cloud cover around this morning. That kind of limits the amount of sunshine we get. Tropics look quiet. Water temperatures are abnormally cold still coming off the coast of Africa. That's a hurricane killer. You have to go back into the tropics nearby North America and the Caribbean to find some warmer temperatures, but upper level winds there are not conducive for development. So all in all, next 5 days or so for tropical development looks pretty quiet. South wind coming in at about 10 knots today. We'll look for good chances of rain today and tomorrow. Then that drier air moves in, reduces rain chances a little bit for the weekend. Also the timing of the storms. They'll build inland over the weekend first and then drift back to the coast during the later evening hours. And next work week, we'll start to up the rain chances just a little bit by midweek. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look outside and check out your first alert traffic. Let's start in Manatee County. As always, you can see right there, right by Palmetto and Bradenton area, those bridges coming over into Bradenton are definitely starting to get a little bit more congested, as they normally do around this hour. 301 is also running just a little bit heavier right now. Sarasota County, those roads are actually looking pretty decent as well. Not too much going on in those areas. If you're headed south, 75 and 41 are both running pretty smooth so far this morning. It is 6:48, and that is your first alert traffic. Well, 55 flag drape cases believed to be believed to contain the remains of U.S. service members killed in the Korean War are now finally back on American soil. A day 65 years in the making for some Gold Star families. Now, they were handed over last week by North Korea on the 65th anniversary of the ceasefire. A ceremony at Osan Air Base in South Korea honored those remains before they made their final journey home to Hawaii. Vice President Mike Pence was at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Honolulu to receive them.
We are gathered here at this honorable carry ceremony to receive 55 flag-draped cases, which we trust include the remains of American heroes who fell in the Korean War.
Now, the next step is going to be a long one. They have to undergo an identification process that could take years.
You know, with all the buzz about those new Tesla cars, you might be surprised to hear that Tesla reported its largest quarterly loss ever. Yeah, the electric car company said it lost more than $717 million in the second quarter alone. They also burned through nearly $500 million in cash reserves. But despite this, the loss didn't seem to bother investors. Tesla's stock was up more than 10%. Go figure. Up next, the day's top 7 headlines before 7 a.m.
That's right. That includes a look at your first alert weather and traffic as we get you ready for the day.
But first, we're tracking some breaking news right now in New York City. This is a live shot from one of the WABC helicopters of the East River, where they're currently searching for a woman lost under the pier.
That's right. Now, right now they've already rescued one man so far, and they were looking for a woman that may be trapped underneath that pier. So we'll keep you updated as we know more about this. But that is what we know at this hour that is going on in the East River in New York.
Yeah, near the Williamsburg Bridge, not too far from the eastern side of the island. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
My California closet's experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California closet's story.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert Weather app now.
It is 6:53, and here's your top 7 before 7.
First off, John Scalzi's first alert weather forecast.
Yeah, a couple of things on the boards for you today. One, a good chance of some rain showers along the coastline first and inland, focusing later in the day. Rain chance at about 50%. Better than yesterday, not as good as it will be tomorrow. We're looking at calm conditions in the tropics and a bit drier weather coming up for you this weekend. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Number 2, traffic right now in Manatee County. Some buildup there on 301 in both directions. Mostly, it just disappeared, luckily. Let's look at the DeSoto Bridge, though, from Palmetto to downtown Bradenton. Take the Green Bridge if indeed you have the option.
All right, number 3, here is a live look at Siesta Beach, where red tide cleanup efforts will officially begin today. Thousands of dead fish have washed up on the beach there.
Now to our 4th, Senator Marco Rubio will introduce a new paid family leave plan today. It allows parents to tap into future Social Security benefits. Now, opponents don't want Social Security to be used in this fashion.
Number 5, former University of Florida coach and now Ohio coach Urban Meyer is on paid administrative leave at Ohio State. The school is investigating whether or not he knew about domestic violence allegations against one of his assistant coaches.
Number 6, TSA is considering major security changes at more than 150 airports. Get this, they're revisiting a plan to eliminate screening at certain small and medium airports. No word yet if that would include Sarasota's.
And number 7, what's trending? How would you like to get paid $10,000 just to travel the country and stuff your face with barbecue? Count me in. Reynolds Wrap is looking for a CGO, or a Chief Grilling Officer, whose sole job is just to travel the country, find out all these great barbecue recipes, and then write about their journey. They're on the hunt to find like the best grilling techniques all over the country to then put on their website. To apply, you just have to write 100 wonderful, beautiful words about why you are perfect for the job. You can head online to the Reynolds Wrap website.
I bet the Renaissance man to my left is a good griller.
I feel like you have secret grilling recipes.
You know what? One thing we do in terms of our grilling at home, and we cook probably maybe 60% of our meals on the grill, is we follow a North Carolina study at the University of North Carolina that says that if you marinate your proteins for 20 minutes in thyme or rosemary and an acid like lemon, you remove 97% of the carcinogens that are caused by grilling.
He is so interesting.
Of course he knows that. He is John Scalzi, folks.
Sounds good to me.
I gotta go read a book or something.
The most interesting man in the world.
He is.
See you tomorrow, folks. Enjoy your day.